Hi everyone, welcome back to The Successful CEO. My name is Zeeshan Mallick, CEO and founder of YouYaa. As always, I'm here talking to somebody amazing, and today is absolutely no different at all in any way, shape or form. We're speaking to Valentina. Valentina is the CEO and founder of ILC International. Hi Valentina, how are you?
Hello everyone, I'm good. Thank you, Zee. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's an absolute pleasure. Whereabouts in the world are you calling us from?
I am at the moment in Sofia, Bulgaria.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Is it really, really hot and sunny? Like how
it looks that way because like the sun is coming from the window and everything, but it's actually quite cold and it's snowy outside. And we have not transitioned into spring yet.
It's snowing. Wow. Okay. So at the moment, it's transitioning to the warm weather, and you're saying it's snowing now. I love that.
It's really cool. I actually enjoy it.
Yeah. Love it. Valentina, thank you so much for joining me today. Tell us a little bit about yourself and obviously lean into what is ILC International.
Sure. ILC stands for Immersive Leadership Catalyst. We are a boutique company that's been on the market for a decade now, and we basically provide end-to-end solutions for high performance, basically for people and organizations that need to work on mental states to be able to be on top of their game. We tend to use like the buzzword kind of end-to-end solutions, but we actually do that. So people who are high performers and companies who require a different set of solutions. They're not just going to a coach or a psychologist or just having a training and stuff. They require results quickly. They basically need solutions that are specific for their pace and for their ways of thinking. And those are people who are not starting from scratch in terms of their development and how they operate in the world. So you need to really provide something that's different, and that's our specialty. That's why we're small. We're not like a huge corporation that addresses every single need of every single person. We are specifically focused on that. That's it.
That's amazing. How did you get into this? What's your personal background?
I love high performers, basically. That's in a nutshell. Those are high performers and high potentials are people who I have seen over and over again in corporations or in sports, in different fields, basically, that are not able at some point to go the extra mile of being a leader because they're so morally engaged and ethically engaged with what they do. At some point, it's just not something that takes them to be basically the face of something or lead a company or be the one that plays the game very well. And I felt that that's a complete disaster, and I wanted to basically help people and support people who have the capacity and who are really valuable as personalities, as skill set and stuff, and just give them the support that they usually don't have. And the reason they don't have it is because they do everything on their own.
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
I see. I mean, that's quite interesting. So you've been doing this for 10 years now, and you've obviously got some great experience behind you. Do you still take risks as a CEO?
Oh, I think very honestly that no CEO kind of intends to go about it as, oh, I'm taking a huge risk. And I think we're all trying to be a little bit delusional about how much risk we take, and we think that everything is calculated. So if you ask any CEO, I think, in my opinion, they would say I'm taking calculated risks, and they change over time, and depending on where your business is. At the beginning it's one type of risks, and then currently they're different. But I think you have to have that a little bit jump head first in a lot of situations, justified jumps in some sort of your head. But yeah, I think we continue to take risks. It's inevitable, otherwise you're not moving forward.
Nice. I mean, it's interesting what you said, delusion. I think you have to be a little bit delusional to be a really successful CEO today.
Yeah, and I don't think that anyone thinks of themselves as a successful CEO when you are actually one. I don't think that you can ever think, knowing the risk that you're taking, you are not able to think of yourself as a successful one.
Fair enough. I'm not going to argue with that point.
Yeah.
So now, I mean, let's not say you're a successful CEO. Let's change the wording. success is obviously subjective. Everyone has their own version of success. You're successful if you've got a car. You've got a successful if you've got a Ferrari, and you might be living somewhere else. Everyone has their own dynamic. Whatever that you regard as successful, do you have a special formula to it? Is there something that you have like, this is my trick, this is what I always have, and would you be willing to share it with us?
Oh, I don't want to sound like a cliche, but at the same time, I don't think I have a formula. I do think that I was really passionate about doing what I do, and passion sometimes doesn't come with excitement, and it doesn't look sometimes as a motivation per se. Sometimes it can be anger about an issue, or in my case, it was a feeling of injustice that like high performers and high potentials were not supported the way I think they should be. But that sustained thing that you feel over the years is probably the one thing that keeps you going when it's difficult, keeps you going when you're not doing well, or when you fail. So if there is a formula, it's actually believing in the stuff that you do. And sometimes it looks like mine. Sometimes it's like a goal for humanity and stuff. And other times it's something very simple. So I think nowadays it's very popular to talk about purpose and your why. And once you figure your why, you will have like all the answers. And I don't think that's the case. I think the why changes, and you should constantly go back to the drawing board. And I think for me, that passion has also required me to go back to the drawing board and ask myself, do I still want it? Am I still on it? If there is a formula, that's probably it. Just believe, a little bit nutsy, believe into what you want to do. Yeah, absolutely.
Back to the delusional part again.
Yeah, it is. I will come across as a delusional, but I think that's something you have to have if you are going to do this long term.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with you on that one. There has to be passion in what you do. Where that passion comes from, I think is very, very individual for everybody. Yeah. But you have to kind of love what you do. There has to be a reason that you get up every morning and do what you do. But let's face it, it's not an 8-hour a day, five days a week job. When you're running your own business, and this is which I'm sure you can attest to, it can be 10, 12, 14-hour days, sometimes 7 days a week for weeks on end to get to wherever you want to achieve. So you're right, that drive, that passion has to come from somewhere. So it's an important one.
Absolutely. But for people who are listening to us, though, I think a lot of the times someone might get discouraged because they are not sure where that passion is. And I think passion is just a spark. Like if you're angry about something, if you're in love with something, it doesn't always appear. Like it's not like every day you wake up with a passion and that's all you want to do. So just opening a caveat for anyone who's listening that it's okay if you don't feel it every day, but you have to feel it most of the time. And most of the time you have to still be passionate to talk about it, or explain it to other people. The same way I feel like now, when you ask me those questions, it's been 10 years and many people have asked me those questions and I still get excited to talk about it. And I think that's a sign that that's your thing.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one. I think it's good. And it's very good advice, guys, so take it. All right, let's change this up a little bit. So we've talked about who you are, what you do. We've talked about what success is and what it means to you as well. Let's talk about, here's an interesting question. That shirt you're wearing right now, that top coat, do you wear that every single day, like all the super successful people who wear exactly the same clothes every single day? Because obviously I wear this every day.
No, but I'd love to. I have always admired like those people that have like 3 pairs of jeans and then the gray Mark Zuckerberg type of shirts. It would make life much easier, but no. I do use my clothes for choosing how I want to show up or how do I want to feel today and what would help me. And I do tend to not have a lot of clothes. That's actually a fact. I want to have like little and I want to be that sort of thing because it simplifies life, but no, not yet. One day I'll have a walk-in wardrobe with 3 things in it. That's it.
Listen, I'm going to switch to wearing all black. I think it's just easy black. goes with everything. It's super slimming apparently, you know, as we get older.
I'll go with white and we'll match. Yeah, that's it.
Done. Black and white. Next interview. I guarantee you guys are being black. Good. Love it. All right. I've only got one more question left for you, Valentina, and then I'm going to leave you in peace. So as I always say, the people that are listening to us, there's young people who are looking for bits of information. We're thinking, wish I could do the same thing as Valentina. I want, you know, all these secret formulas that she's got. What's the one thing that you would pass on to the 20-something-year-olds who are coming out of university? What sort of advice would you give them if they want to have a similar line of success to yourself?
20-something out of university. Trust yourself. Question yourself. Reflect. Maybe start a diary and ask yourself like questions as to what do I want? And that's a question that needs to be continuously asked. It's not just a one-off. What do I want? What matters to me? And if sometimes it's a, you know, for me, having a business and a CEO was never important. It was just a means to an end. So a CEO position or having your own business might enable you to do what you want to do. And that's where the question, what do I want, comes. Because everything else is just how you're going to do it. And the package might be a business and a title and stuff, and there is nothing wrong with that. And it might be the end goal, fair enough. But on the back of it, it's just why and what do I want? And what do I want might change. It's not static, and you need to try new stuff, and you need to fail and feel hurt and go through experiences in life. So that's where asking the question and trusting the answer is really important, I think. And for the 20-something, don't follow trends. I'm not a fan of trends. Trends are usually an indicator that you should probably be swimming the other way. What else? Something. That's it.
That's a lot more than one bit of advice for the 20-something.
Sorry.
I think there's some things that I'm going to take on there as well.
Thank you.
Valentina, it has been an absolute pleasure speaking to you today. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedule and joining me on this call today. Thank you so much.
Likewise. Thank you, everyone.
Have a lovely day, guys. See you next time at The Successful CEO. Valentina, thank you again. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.